let's wrap that one up and let's
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
real quickly about a couple other things, shall we?
Sure, yeah. Yep.
Hey, folks, remember, like, subscribe, and follow, and we appreciate all the support. And with that said, we have to talk to you guys because, look, I was actually really disappointed now WWC DDC closed just now, and there wasn't one more thing.
I
It's
see.
over.
Yeah, I'm literally switching. Yeah.
It's over, and there wasn't one more thing. There was a couple of hardware announcements that I was really expecting, like the new MacBook Pros coming out. Didn't happen. I thought there was going to be a new possible Apple Watch. Didn't happen that I saw. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But as far as it looked, it was mostly software developments. But we'll see if there's going to be one more thing. So with that, Corey and I, okay. So the channel, right? This channel, it has proven to be able to right now hit a very specific target market, which is air taxi and aviation, which we're kind of surprised at because we didn't expect that when we first started. This is supposed to be a journey of just about everything. However, what we really need is to find out what you, the subscribers, because you guys are growing at a rate that we had no idea we would hit. And it's doing it generically at this point at a 3 or 4 times over what we expected. And I guess at that level, we got to talk to you guys about what more do you want to see us cover? Because our time and energy that we invest in, because we went to places like Sun and Fun, and we still have videos that we can produce from that. We went to places like, the Rolex. We've done a bunch of things. What do you guys want? And secondly, do we need to be more controversial? I don't know.
About what?
I don't know. In our approach, so I often think about it. So one of the things that I've discovered right now is that the videos that have more comments do better. They do. But I also noticed that I see some guys on YouTube and they spread garbage out there just to get comments, just to get views. And I'm just going, well, I mean, we don't want to put out garbage because obviously we want to be intelligible and whatnot. However, we also want to strike conversation. So what's the best way to strike a conversation with our viewers, I guess, would be my question. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Right? He had no idea I was going to ask him this, though.
I guess that's part of the whole thing is we enjoy talking about what we like to talk about, what we're interested in, but we're willing to talk about anything and learn stuff about anything that you guys might want to talk about too. With that being said, that in of itself, just because we're talking about what you might want us to talk about, doesn't necessarily mean there'll be more interaction and more comments and whatnot. So, I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
It's interesting. I only wonder because, look, to be honest, when we thought about the things that we were going to add into this channel, it was kind of like an algorithm crash, right? The things that we actually enjoy, we naturally went to YouTube to look or digest more information about anyhow, which is completely natural because YouTube tends to be a little bit more on the tech side of some things, where if you're talking about iPads, lighting, if you're talking about new technology, if you're talking about aviation, it seems to be highly specialized that was never catered to in markets that existed for like aviation and so on and so forth. It couldn't make it in mass market TV. That it naturally just catered towards you two, and you made your own production and you got yourself started, which also means that it expands the room for people that want to communicate and talk about those activities on a way that they don't have a talk show that relates to those activities in the way that they would want. That's what kind of the foundation of Not Your Average Show is about, which also ironically means New York ass in when you shorten it up. However, that's just a consequence, or NY. Okay. Probably this will probably get demonetized for that one anyhow. So the difference being is like, didn't know that was coming. I guess the funny part is when we're talking about the channel and the growth is we need the interaction. We want to have the interaction, and we want to know where you guys want us to be led to go down to follow those roads if they stay in that container. That's the biggest thing for us because, again, the growth has been phenomenal, but we know because we've struck on certain areas in the air taxi market that it's made a huge impact in our ability for people to find us. It happens to be our forte because we're both professional pilots, but we
like a lot of stuff, but that just ended up being what really worked.
Yeah, for sure. So there's that. And so, hey, guys, do us a favor. If you can, and you get a chance to watch this one, because this one we're going to clip out and we're going to put aside. Let us know really where you want to see more information go. If you want more highly developed videos that are more polished about the challenges that other markets are going to face. If you want stuff that's more based on cars, if you want stuff that's more based on this, that, or how we analyze, or if
Yep.
you want to see us do more screen work where we list things out for you or something, let us know in the comments below about places that you think would be important for us to spend our time and energy on, because we really, overall, we want to do it for you to watch, and that's important to us.
Yeah, of course.
So, sure. All right. With that said, like, subscribe, follow, and I am
Yes, please.
yeah, yes, please. And here, I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to go over here to The Verge because I didn't get to watch the last part of the WWDC keynote. And Corey and
Yeah.
I watched the very beginning, and it looks like everything that they wanted for iOS to incorporate new stuff for messaging, being able to watch shows and stuff together inside of the messaging app. Couple of big ones there that actually affect aviation was weather is going to get a massive update on the iPhone, which means you're going to get live weather maps and stuff that looked like to me was going to be more broken down towards people that were into aviation a little bit as a quick glance item, number one. Number two, there looks to be the ID content that they're going to be putting into iOS, which basically means your driver's license. And to much my surprise, it looks like the TSA is going to be involved at some level with having your ability to actually keep your ID on your phone
Yep.
rather than in your pocket, which to me, that's a massive step forward, I think, in some areas, because I don't know of any other company that's doing that. That was pretty impressive. But I think the one that struck me the most was the fact that the iPad will now become a full development platform for iOS through
Yep.
Swift Playgrounds,
Yep.
which
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
that's pretty cool, because when I heard that announcement, I peeked up and I was like, huh. I was like, that's quite amazing for them to do that. Even though Swift Playgrounds has been around for about the last 5-6 years, it opens up a whole new development market for tons of people.
hmm
So, we got a comment. You want to take that one?
Yeah. So Brad saying, remember, gents, your opinions are important for us to understand and agree or disagree with your presentations. You're attracting more people than you expected to get this.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
A little bit.
yeah, we appreciate the input, of course. I mean, that's part of it as we kind of, let's say, casually analyze things, right? We're not going into super hard depth on everything, but um, as we learn on our own about stuff we want to know and we share it with you guys, it's obviously that's part of it, actually, right? Is that you guys can agree or disagree with us, and actually that's maybe kind of what we're saying, is that we would not appreciate, I guess is the wrong word, but we encourage you guys to do more commenting in the comments live or later on the videos with what we said in it, if you don't like it or you do. And because as much as it is the Mike and Corey show talking about stuff that we already are interested in, it's really the third person in the room is really you guys, and that's kind of why we say, not your average show, because
Great point.
it's us
Great point.
talking about doing whatever we're doing, but then you guys are here too, and that's the advantage of the live show, because we can interact like now.
True.
But we're certainly more than happy to do it over comments too later. So.
You actually hit on something that I completely dropped the ball on, which is the fact that yes, it's that interaction that is part of this, which makes it not average. The topics might be above average or something else that people don't expect, but the fact of the matter is that we can introduce, yes, a live element of the audience and fully on interact is great. See, I guess my vision. Ooh, I guess we're gonna have to chop this one up a little strangely, because we went back into another topic. However, I guess for me, when I think about, okay, and we'll have to wrap this up here in a minute, but when I think about the difference between how we interact with the audience, I guess this would be my best summary of what I would love to see. I would love to see us discuss a topic for, say, 7 to 9 minutes, and
Yeah.
then have the last 5 minutes of that topic just opened up from the bombardment of what we would get from chat,
Mhm.
and really see how that changes the discussion a little as to what people's feelings and temperaments are to different subjects. That to me
Mhm.
would be ideal, because we could set the stage and then we could continually go into the argument, whatever is going on with chat. And to me, that would be brilliant if that was something that was to develop. Now the problem that we have is the show is doing better post live stream than it does during the live
Yeah, yeah.
stream,
Yeah.
which it might be a timing aspect, it might not be a timing aspect, but that's one element that we didn't kind of expect when this started. So
It's true. It's true. Yeah. And Mike hits it right on the head there because we were talking earlier about, when will the show continue to be live throughout the week, like time of day, not
mhm.
days, but like what time of the day. And I know we got Brad here, we got James here, and we appreciate both of you guys here. And it's more just along that, we're happy that you guys can be here, but we'd like, I mean, as we mentioned before, we got nearly 215 subscribers, and they're supposedly liking our videos and checking in with stuff we do whenever they can get to it. So we obviously have people that like what we're doing, but when are those people available? When are you guys mostly available?
Right.
And this goes for you guys in chat now, but later, right? If you're seeing this video like right now,
Mhm.
later, when works? Would you guys? We'd love to interact with you guys live, and what time works?
And the other part of it is that what I guess the hardest part is that, hey, life got in the way this last literally since the beginning of April, things just took turns in both of our lives where we just couldn't complete the task at hand and stay committed to it. And it has, but let's put it this way, it has not dropped off the radar where we sat back and said, oh,
Yep.
whenever. We were both like, God, we need to get up. We really need to get and keep the show moving because it sucks that
Mhm.
we're challenged with the economic environment that we're in and everything else and health of family members and so on and so forth that takes place, and so there's a lot out there. But I think Brad just commented it again. He said, "Keep doing what you're doing. If it isn't broken, don't try to fix it." I guess the difference is, I guess it's
Yeah.
the size of the net. It's not about not fixing it. It's about maximizing the potential for growth over a period of time. Because we have a shelf life, unfortunately, of how long we can commit if it doesn't become either A, profitable, or B, big enough to, at the very least, warrant more investment of time.
Mhm.
That's just facts of life. You could stay with it forever, but if we're sitting here a year from now and we're at 251 subscribers, we go, "Huh, it was fun."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like Mike says, I mean, on my end, it's the same exact thing. If we do this for a year and we stay about the same subscribers, we probably won't do it anymore because I know on my end, I'm still gonna talk to Mike about this stuff
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah.
right? Because that's part of it too, right? Right,
Right.
guys? Like we always talked about this stuff
Didn't make a difference.
anyway
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this kind of back and forth. Oh, how about this? Oh, that's really cool. Did you see this article? That's always going on.
yeah.
But we thought, hey, let's try YouTube, and then we know other people must be interested in this stuff too. But if either the format or the approach or something isn't working, then yeah, we're not going to do it forever. But yeah,
If I had an unlimited budget, you guys would see some stuff that we have put down on paper ideas, and I'm not going to give it away because some of them are really
yeah,
clever.
yeah, it's
Okay?
true. Yeah,
And if we had the opportunity, what we would garner for putting together on the show would be really amazing. Okay, and we're reaching out to some of these companies that have reached out to us that have said, "Hey,
hmm,
reach out and let's start a conversation because we want to get
yep,
some exclusives here as well."
yep.
And when we do that, it's with the hopes that we're going to bring you some behind the scenes stuff that everybody's
Yeah,
waiting for.
yeah. You literally
Okay.
can't get anywhere
Yeah.
else, and it's gonna be stuff that's gonna go big
Sure.
and soon. And yeah, so
So
we're
hey,
excited. We're excited. We'll see.
we're excited. We're hoping that that's the direction that it goes. But anyhow, the other part of it is like, subscribe, follow. Let us know in the comments below what you think we
Yes.
should be following. But if we're just going to close out here in the last minute, is pretty disappointed. We didn't get a one more thing from Apple. So I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting here going, I really wanted to see that the iPad Pro is going to get a little bit more unlocked. And I'm hoping that there's something else that's going to happen in the not too distant future. Although it sounds promising, sounds like they under delivered on the iPad, over delivered on messages, and super delivered on the iPad being able to be an iOS developer
Yeah,
platform.
that is super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that is massively cool. But as far as the ID goes and how that's going to work with TSA, I think that's going to be very unique. It's a very different approach. So. Hey, I think that's all we've got for
Yeah.
everyone today. We look forward. I'm not sure what time we're going to be on Wednesday, if it's going to be an afternoon or an evening show. I got a lot of work stuff. If you can tell, I'm not in the standard studio either. I traveled, and I'm currently up in New York taking care of some business up here. And I'm going to be up here until Saturday. So there's that.
Mhm.
So while I'm on the road, though, I did bring the equipment just like what we covered with the launches and stuff. I know we missed 2 launches because I couldn't be
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Do we have
Same myself.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think we've got another launch when I come back, though, don't we?
So there was a Falcon 9 that went up with Starlink,
Right.
Starlink launch, there was a Falcon 9 that went up with a Dragon resupply for
Mhm.
the ISS. That went up to you guys. That was both successful.
Because I think we got a Falcon 9 that could be possible for June 17th, which is a Thursday in the afternoon. And I think that there's another one, the SSSO ride share one for Transporter 2. And I think that that one is also another opportunity. All right. Well, look, I've got to go. I got to take a phone call. Appreciate your time, guys. And we will talk to you very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody. Peace out.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Take it
you.
easy, guys. Do that. So yeah, nice, good times. Thanks everybody. As always, appreciated.